Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
All right, here we go. A fact that makes your brain go. And this relates to Chicago and the most Googled text abbreviation. Someone sends you a text. And listen, be honest with yourself here in the car driving around. That I had to Google that one because I'm going to be honest with the ones that I don't know here. Now, Allie texted in and said her aunt thought LOL meant lots of love.
This is amazing.
So she would send her things like, prayers for your surgery today, LOL.
I love that so much.
See, that's funny.
That's good stuff right there.
That's good stuff. So if you think you thought things meant something here in this list, it's okay to admit it at 312-591-8300. So we get to number 10. We'll get to the most Googled text abbreviation in Chicago. But number 10 is HMU. What's that mean, Kenzie?
Hit me up.
Yeah. Do you know that case?
I knew that. I use HMU all the time, baby. Hit me up.
If somebody sent that to me, I would know what that meant.
Really?
Yeah, like hit me up.
Do you think they were talking about the band Hum instead?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, Stars is awesome.
I know. I love that song.
You misspelled it, though.
Most underrated song of the 90s, am I right?
Okay, so number 9 is of the most Googled text abbreviations, IIRC. You know what that means, Kenzie?
IIRC? I don't.
Case, do you know?
I think I do.
What do you think?
If I recall correctly.
That's right.
Yeah, baby.
That seems unnecessary.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it, though? A little bit.
Who says that often enough where you need an abbreviation?
I think I do. I use it.
Like, I would have to say something like, wasn't a couple years ago Lollapalooza, the crowd at Turnstile, incredible? And Case would say IIRC.
Well, I would say, like, IIRC, I lost my phone at that show. It wasn't super fun.
Yeah, it would be part of it. You're using it wrong, right?
I used it right.
If I saw that, though, I would be like, oh, they're mad. Like, they're irked.
Yeah. Number 8 on the list of most Googled text abbreviations in Chicago is IMO.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I know that one.
Oh.
Yeah. In case you know
People use that a lot on the text line.
Yeah.
Well, they have a lot of opinions on the text line. That's why it's there.
Opinion-based.
Number 7, the most Googled text abbreviation is OFC. You know what that means?
OFC. Oh, I do. I do know. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy, she's thinking about it. Now it's too late.
Oh, tell me. I know what it
Case,
means.
do you know?
It's of course.
Of course.
Yes, son of a nutcracker.
But you really need to, like, OFC would take as long as of course.
Well,
don't you think?
No, it wouldn't because it's 8 less letters than of course.
But
No, because when my phone autocorrects, especially because the problem with my phone is that it's bilingual, so it autocorrects like to Spanish stuff all the time too, and it's a mess.
That does sound like a mess.
Random words in Spanish. I'm like, I apologize. That's not what I meant.
Number 6, most Googled text abbreviations in Chicago, IYKYK.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Baby.
It's hard to say it. IYKYK.
I have a mental glitch every time I see it.
Yeah.
Because there's just too much stuff in a row. It's like a stutter. I'm like, oh.
Remember, there was a moment, I would say, this is back in the day, in the early days of social media and texting, when people would just slam the keyboard and put a whole bunch of letters on it in a row, all caps, when they were mad.
Oh, yeah. They'd be like,
Yeah. I loved doing that. That was my jam.
What were you mad about?
Everything.
Okay. What kind of question is that?
But that's what kind of IYKYK can look like if you just kind of glance at it at first. But if you know, you know. So we're in the top 5 now of the most Googled text abbreviations in Chicago. TLDR. You know what that means, Kenzie?
TLDR?
Yeah.
I don't.
That's okay. Case?
It's how I communicate with Kenzie. It's too long, don't read. I send a synthesized version of whatever info Kenzie needs to her.
Yeah, don't send me a long text.
Yeah.
If she says a paragraph, she's out. I try to go in one sentence.
I'm out so fast.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes when Case says something to tell me, if he can't shorten it, he sends me a voice note.
This is true.
Because then I don't know what I'm getting into.
Yeah, but voice notes are a little terrifying, too. He's kind of like, oh, boy.
I'm like, yo, here we go. But I have at least I can play it and walk away.
Yeah, but see, at least with a text, you can scroll to the end. You know, with a voice text, you have to listen to it. I mean, you can kind of fast forward, but I'm like, whoa.
I can do laundry at least still.
I get voice text, I get an anxiety attack. I don't know what someone's going to say.
And Case will know, when we get a long corporate email, he'll walk in the next day and be like, so that email yesterday, let me tell you what was going on in that, because I'm not doing it.
Let me give you the Cliff Notes.
Yep.
Okay, so number 4 of the most Googled text abbreviations. This one's got to be super easy, but it's higher. These are the ones that are most Googled because they're probably used the most often. FOMO, F-O-M-O.
Oh, yeah.
Fear of
FOMO.
missing out. Yeah, everybody knows that one. Same with number 3, NSFW. Which, when you have to say it out loud, it's weird.
Wait, say it again?
NSFW. If you saw it, you know what it means, but saying it's weird.
Say it.
NSFW.
You know what the problem is with that abbreviation?
What's that?
So I have very, very, very mild dyslexia. And I associate certain like letters with stuff. Sometimes I get them backwards. It looks like New York Fashion Week's abbreviation to me, and it drives me insane. Every time I see it, I'm like New York Fashion Week, and then it doesn't make sense.
That's exactly right. That's what it is.
I hate that abbreviation.
I just always love it when someone, no one's done it recently, but when they would send that, what was coming next was very anticipated.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And then usually it was a letdown.
But, Kenzie, do you know what that stands for?
I forget now because I'm just angry. What is it again?
New York Fashion Week. No, not safe for work.
Yes. Son of a nutcracker.
So it'd be on a lot of posts of the don't hit on this or if you're at work.
Yeah.
And then people would, of course, hit on it.
Like an SI swimsuit spread or something like that.
Sure.
The next cover of Maxim.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I always think that it's New York Fashion Week.
So the top
Like,
2
why
now.
is that there? That doesn't make any sense.
Top 2 most Googled text abbreviations in Chicago. And again, these things easy now, but they're the most used most likely. POV.
Point of view.
So, Brian...
Can be used often on certain websites.
What do you mean?
POV, point of view. Have you been on Pornhub lately?
No.
Or any site, so point of
Or
view.
any site.
Well, no. Any,
What do you mean?
Any adult site.
What does that mean?
Point of view is a very common search because the video then will be your point of view in the act. So it looks like it's happening to you.
Oh, my God.
You ever want a GoPro, Kenzie?
Oh, my God. That's a thing?
Oh.
A booming industry.
It's certainly, it gave new life to adult sites. POV did. About, 4 years ago, maybe? I don't know, 5 years ago.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. They were on the last leg for a while after porn sites after a while.
Yeah, we thought porn was going to go away.
Yep.
And then a guy was like, wait a minute, hold on. I can do what with the camera?
Wait, this POV thing's gotta take off. Kenzie's using her keyboard right now. I don't know what she's doing.
I'm responding to texters.
Okay.
I don't want to see that. At all. I would think that that's not even great angles.
Oh, there's some good angles.
Okay.
My man.
And the number 1 text abbreviation in Chicago that's most Googled that people can't seem to figure out is, unbelievably, there's one we haven't said yet, and I bet you've guessed it, some people, maybe not. SMH.
Okay. I know this one. It's shake my head.
There you go.
But for a very long time, I thought it was a sound. I thought it was people going, "Swoof." Like, you know what I mean?
What, like Seabiscuit?
Like,
sound like a horse.
Like, shh, like, look at this. Which, unfortunately, correlates to the same emotion as shake my head.
Very much so.
So, I didn't question it ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, well, that adds up. It's just...
I remember it screwed me up when people added the D to it, like shake my damn head.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this now?
What's going on here? POV, I'm confused.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We just did a fact that makes your brain go. There's actually multiple ones. The top 10 most Googled text abbreviations in Chicago. SMH, shaking my head, was number 1. But Jim checked in, 847, and said LBS. For the longest time, I didn't understand why people were putting pounds after every sentence. Now, do you know what LBS means, Kenzie?
Laughing but serious.
Yes, he says it means let's be serious.
Oh, it's usually laughing but serious.
That's what I think of. That's what I thought it meant. Laughing but serious. So
Yeah.
he said someone told me it's
like,
let's be serious.
No, but for real. It was
Yeah.
kind of like the vibes of that
Yeah.
one.
He says he felt like an idiot.
We're getting a lot of texts, and I really feel like some people are just making them up. Have you ever heard of this? Kevin texted and goes, my favorite is YAGMS.
YAGMS.
Okay, now Case has known the most of them. Case, YAGMS. Have you ever heard of that?
I want to figure this out. Brian, let's put our heads together and figure this out. Y-A.
You are YAG going. You are going YAGM. You are going.
Sounds like you're having a stroke.
What could be the M? You are going
Mad.
You are going mad. What's the last letter?
S.
You are going mad, son.
You're going mad sexy. You look hot.
Okay. It stands for "You're a good man, sir." I'm not buying it. You guys are you're just writing stuff down and writing the first letter of everything. I don't buy it. Also, my mental glitch kicks in. I see that. I see wags.
See wags.
I see wags. Sorry about it.
Yeah.
I'm like wives and girlfriends and professional athletes over here. That's what I see.
That in itself is another abbreviation. WAGs. Good
I know,
work.
but
Yeah.
that's like I glitch out. That's what I see. I can't do it.
And it's funny because when wags became popular a while back, I thought it was just a slang term for a hot chick, and instead it's wife and girlfriend. So it's not, I mean, it is that usually because it's an athlete or whatever, but I thought, hey, check out that wag over there. I thought that's what it meant. Something
Check out that wife and or girlfriend. We're just using it like that.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. I'm guessing just like yesterday, no one had on their bingo card that Dave Grohl was going to announce that he's having a child outside of his marriage. He's still married. We have learned that he has hired a divorce lawyer before he made that announcement yesterday, by the way. We're going to talk about that in a little bit because this is also something I guarantee you didn't have on your bingo card. Well, let's just play the sound first. Mm-hmm. This is the sound.
It is 7:30 in the morning. Brian, what was that?
It sounds like Case finding out that he's out of cheese to make grilled cheese. Doesn't it? Doesn't it kind of sound like just like, no?
It sounds like Brian if Portillo's told him they were out of hot dogs for the day.
Oh, yeah. And that was Brian last week when he had to quote-unquote fast until lunchtime.
For a blood test, for the doctor in my physical.
That was him the entire show.
All right, now, Case, let's make one up for Kenzie now. What is that? What if Kenzie's making that sound? What happened to her?
Oh, that's what it sounded like when Kenzie couldn't find a babysitter to go to Avril Lavigne earlier this
so
week.
angry.
Oh, boy. What that sound actually is well, I guess I'll call him a sports announcer, former NFL player.
A personality.
A personality because he's got an incredible podcast now. He's interviews people like all podcasts are. But he's also on ESPN.
Wait a minute, he's got a podcast where he interviews people?
Yeah, you do too.
No way.
It's called a Case 4. You can check it out.
Case 4.
What an innovative concept.
I love his podcast, though.
Yeah.
I do love how he interviews.
Here's the sound of Case when he finds out none of the bands at Riot Fest want to do his A Case 4 podcast.
Getting a lot of emails from publicists this year. Oh, sorry, they're actually not doing press that weekend. Really? I'm 10 minutes away from the green room. Why would they not do press?
That's Case when he talks to a band 7 years before they're popular, and then no one gives them credit when they become really popular.
A la Turnstile.
Yeah. Like, not everybody loved them. You weren't special. He goes, I was special.
That sound is actually Shannon Sharpe. As I mentioned, who works for ESPN, among other things, that his Instagram went live accidentally while he was having relations. Now,
it sounds like they weren't going well, almost.
Well, listen. Oh no,
he's crying.
Little TMI. It sounds like I haven't worked out in a while, and you just gotta do the job. You know.
Okay, maybe that.
Yeah. Now he looks. If you've ever seen a picture of Shannon Sharpe, he hasn't played in the NFL for I think almost 10 years now, maybe 8 years. But he is jacked. I mean, it looks like he should be playing right now. He's in very good shape. He's very fit. Doesn't sound so like here, though, right? That's what you're saying, Kenzie?
Right. Yeah, it sounds like he's really struggling.
So was he like full on streaming this on Instagram, or did he accidentally turn on his phone while this was happening?
So first he said he got hacked, but then he did come out with the explanation, and here's in his words explaining what happened. Okay, so here it is.
Came in, I threw my phone on the bed, engaged in an activity, I did not know IG Live. I've never been on IG Live. I've never turned IG Live on. So I don't know how it works. And so all of a sudden, my other phone is going off and people are calling me FaceTime that I've never talked to a day in my life on FaceTime. And it didn't, I'm like, why are y'all calling me FaceTime? And after a while, Shannon, you on IG Live. I'm like, doing what? You know, I'm like, what am I on IG Live for? I ain't hit no IG Live button. He says, they can hear. And now I'm starting to get agitated again because you call me and say I'm on IG Live when I know I didn't click myself on IG Live. And he said they can hear me. I said, hear me doing what? It sounds like you were having sex. Man, my heart sank. It dropped. I run my accounts, but Jordan being the good Samaritan, the good soldier that he is, Jordan the one that cut it off.
Jordan is the guy that works for him because he
logged into his account probably for him.
Yeah. I like how he said by my other phone.
No, my face when I heard that was like, oh, okay, so you be doing some wild things.
Yeah.
You got 2 phones? What are you, Kevin Gates? Not good.
Also, when he's in the middle of having sex, he would open his other phone, Facebook, and said, hey, what are you guys calling me for on this phone for?
Wasn't it the worst when you've got your phone volume on during that, and then, like, sometimes Brian will text me, and I'll be like, what? I'm in the middle of something.
Have I texted you in the middle of sex?
Have you texted me in the middle of sex?
Why
Brian,
do you guys check your phones during sex?
Because it lights up. I got to see if it's an email.
That's so weird.
Sometimes I got to get back to somebody right away.
About what?
I don't know. Like, hey, you want to come on the morning show, or can I interview your band, or just say hi?
You honestly, you guys both check your phone during sex? Do you see it light up?
No, don't lump me in. I didn't say that.
I've
Kay
pulled
said
up
that.
Twitter before.
That's weird.
I'm checking tweets.
Okay, well, you're doing something wrong if you're that bored. if you have that many free hands and you're that bored, I don't think you understand what's supposed to be going on.
Well, I'm surfing the web, baby.
That's not good.
Holy
Casey's
crap.
POV for sex would suck.
Yeah.
This is Twitter.
This is Case finding out the point spread changed from -3.5 to -4 of his RAM.
So, we got a text that said that's Brian when he thought he lost DraftKings to Kenzie.
Oh, you're damn right. Oh, you're damn right. That's what I was doing. I was shaking when I thought that happened.
That's him. Some people are texting in and they were like, Kenzie, how's he doing it wrong if the girl's groaning? I feel like that's him.
I assumed it was him, too.
I don't think that sounds like a girl. I think that sounds kind of like his voice.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's him.
I think it's him, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like Forrest Gump's teacher.
Not good. Don't do it, Brian. It creeps me out.
Okay, well, we just happened to be able to find the audio of Forrest Gump in the scene when he comes out of the house after he was with Forrest's mom to get him into school. It sounds just like it. It sounds just like it.
Your mama sure does care about your schooling.
Wait, let's listen to the beginning again. Now let's go back to Shannon Sharpe.
That's identical. Do you think he was doing
Maybe
Forrest's
he was
mom?
just watching Forrest Gump.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
We're talking about trending audio, which is Shannon Sharpe, the sports anchor on ESPN, former NFL player. You know what someone told me? I think he hasn't played in 20 years now.
He retired in 2003, Brian.
Good Lord.
You said he retired, what, like, I don't know, like 8-10 years ago. He retired in 2003.
Time is messing with my head.
Brian's like, I know. Wasn't that 10 years ago? That's what I said.
What seems to be the confusion?
Yeah, exactly.
Good Lord, we're all going to be in the ground soon.
Okay, let's not do that.
I can't believe 20 years ago he's last played football.
I have no memory of him as an active player. I only know him as a talking head.
Yeah. And I like him. He's really good. I feel bad for him.
This guy sure knows a lot about football. Huh?
He's got some big muscles.
Gets it.
Yeah. Well, here's part of his IG. His Instagram went live accidentally, caught him having sex. He made a very big, honest apology about it. And, you know, it happens to the best of us. People checking in here about mishaps you've had, whether it's sex, whether it's it could be anything. Like, for example, this isn't exactly what we're talking about, but it is. This is Anthony and Wheaton checking in. My mom-in-law was watching my son while my wife and I were at work, and my wife calls me to say, my dog is eating the condoms I left on the bed. So my mom-in-law had to clean it up. All the torn up condoms.
That's a bummer.
So it relates in that world, too. It doesn't have to be a sex tape if you're thinking that way. Check in at 312-591-8300.
773 said, I butt dialed my boss on accident during sex, left her voicemail during the whole thing. She later slept with me that year.
Oh, what? My man.
I guess it was a good voicemail.
I wonder if she told him that she got the voicemail only after they had sex themselves. Like, hey, I heard you.
I would imagine he realized he dialed her. Like, huh?
Hey, I heard your resume. Why don't we jump in the sack?
All right, good to know. And then Elizabeth texted in and said, when Instagram was new, I didn't know much about it, and I thought you could just use it to filter your own photos to look cool. I didn't realize they would automatically publicly post. I had a long-distance boyfriend and wanted to do something cute and sexy. I made a sign that said, I miss you, took off my shirt and bra, and held the sign, like, above the boobs, right? And snapped a photo. I used Instagram to filter it. 30 minutes later, I get an Instagram notification with someone who commented on my photo. I miss you too. She goes, I had no idea I publicly posted that photo.
Oh, glorious.
You just want to die when things like that happen. Like, crawl into a hole. I totally get it.
Well, David's got a story like that, I believe. David, what's up? Checking in from your town of Elgin, Kenzie. Ahoy, David. Tell us your story.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
Excellent.
Well, I was texting with me and my ex, and I had her in my phone as baby mom, and her mom's name actually starts with a B.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, bad news bears. I was texting her some, nude photos, and the next
Wait. You slipped over that.
He said that like Twista. He said that so fat.
Because he's talking kind of slow. So I was texting some nude photos.
My ex.
Now,
the photo.
Wait. Slow down, buddy. Slow down. How were these artfully done, these nude photos?
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell you positioning, but I don't know if you really want to know that, man.
Well, radio friendly, was it just your bottom half exposed?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Thank God. So yeah, I was trying to send them to my ex, obviously, and not realizing I clicked on her mom's name.
Oof.
Yeah. Next thing you know, I get home, and the look on her mom's face was as if she had seen a ghost. Let's just say it was the most awkward dinner I've ever had in my entire life.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We are continuing our conversation about Shannon Sharpe, the ESPN announcer, who went live on Instagram by accident, and his sex acts got put out there. Or at least the audio. And I do feel bad for him because he's honestly regretful, and it's got to be completely embarrassing.
Oh, it's so embarrassing. I hate when this kind of stuff happens.
It's so embarrassing. I guess I have to play the sound again. I feel bad for him. Good guy. Good dude. Very entertaining. Well, obviously, though, the thing is, when you do these accidents, he's going to get hit up with like about 8,000 DMs that want to sleep with him, of women want to sleep with him.
Oh, it's a marketing tool for him, if anything. I mean, good for him.
Yeah. Let's go to the phones. Kate's checking in from, let's see, Kate, ahoy. What's going on? Kate's checking in from Midlothian. Kate, what's up?
Ahoy. How are you guys?
Excellent. How you doing?
Okay, I'm great. All right, so here's what happened. Last summer, I'm driving up in northern Wisconsin, and I hit a bear, of all things. It plowed into my passenger door.
Jeez.
And so, which is awful. But anyway,
Hold on. It's awful. I hit this bear, but there's something worse coming.
Well, I know. I don't know how this is going to tie together. I'm intrigued.
So, I take pictures of my car, different angles and everything to send to insurance. I call insurance, and she's like, oh, my God, you hit a bear? I said, yes. And she's like, I've never had a claim like this. I'm like, me either. We're in this together. And I'm like, where do I send the pictures? She's like, okay, send it to this number, and then also send it to the car dealership that's in town. I'm like, okay, perfect. I know the owner there. It's a very small town of like 900 people. And I'm like, okay, I'll send those. So I send the pictures, and then like a few minutes later, I'm kind of scrolling through. I'm like, wait, I thought I sent 7 pictures. Why are there 8 pictures sent? So I look back.
Oh boy.
And the picture is me with like topless that I was going to send to my husband. And it's like a very sensitive, sexy pose. And I mean, so now my insurance company has this and the car dealership in town. I'm like, I'm mortified, absolutely mortified. So I tell my husband, he's laughing hysterically. He's like, oh, you're going to throw. I was so mortified. I called my mom. Mom, you're not going to believe what I
no.
Now,
God.
did your insurance rates drop after that?
They did. It was amazing. Maybe I won in the long run.
Moral of the story.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.